I've had the pleasure to interview people from SETI previously, and I've always asked, if we got a signal, if we actually received something that was unambiguously alien, would we, honestly I would ask, would we hear about it right away, or would it be some sort of national security issue right away? And they always say, oh, no, you'd hear about it right away. Oh, it'd be all over the Internet, it'd be everywhere, it'd be out right away. Do you agree with that?
No. I think
I don't either.
that, there are protocols being drafted about what happens if, the Allen telescope array does pick up, unmistakable signals from intelligent life in outer space. And, of course, you're going to get a lot of techies saying freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
Oh, yeah.
But let's be real about this, okay? It could set off a panic. It could set off all sorts of bizarre shenanigans on the part of, crazies out there, as well as, well-meaning people, confronted with the existence of other people that are maybe even superior to us, right?
Or even probably superior to us.
Probably they will be, because our technology is only 300 years old. 300 years ago, we didn't have much technology to talk about at all. And in outer space, 300 years is nothing. Even 1,000,000 years is nothing when you look at the age of the galaxy. The galaxy is about 10 billion years old. So the chances are that these civilizations could be 1,000,000 years ahead of us.
How much do you know about the protocols?
Well, some have been drafted, but again, no one takes them seriously because, we used to all snicker at SETI.
I know.
We used to always say that these are just exercises in futility. Now that, billionaires are beginning to put up money and, NSF and the government is backing these billionaires with extra funds, now it's serious. Now we're in the big leagues. We're no longer in the minor leagues now. Now we're in the big leagues with big equipment. The kind of equipment that they always dreamed about is now being built. And now the protocols, I think, are going to have to be revised. And I think it would be downright stupid to simply say that if we make contact, we'll put it on the Internet and leave it at that, right?
So how do you imagine, well, first of all, I guess I should ask, do you really know what the protocols are? And if you do, are you unable to discuss them?
Well, no, the several versions of protocols exist, okay? And I've seen versions of some, and they're all laughable, okay, in the sense that no one takes them seriously. And
well, for the sake of this discussion, which you seem to be taking seriously, based on the advances, then they better take the protocol seriously, huh?
Yeah, I think they would have to take protocol seriously. They're going to have to get rid of this freedom of speech kind of attitude that, everything's on the Internet, everything should be free. Because, people could be hurt. People could be hurt if they realize, as Arthur C. Clarke once said, either there is intelligent life in outer space or there isn't. Either thought is frightening.
Yes, it is.
So I think that they should put a lid on it if they ever do pick up an unmistakable signal. And it should be a matter of national security. All those science fiction movies that we've seen ever since we were kids, there's some truth to that.
Well, of course there is. There would be religious disruption. There would be disruption of other establishments and infrastructure. It would be disturbing. There's no question about it. So you think that, well, even in contact, you remember the military came marching in. And so you imagine it might not occur that way, but that it would become a national security issue. It would go to the highest levels and stay there.
Right, and given the fact that the government is, putting up the other half of the bill, Paul Allen is not putting up 100%.
That ensures.
$25 million. Yes. The government is putting up a lot, and other private donors are putting up a lot. They're going to have some say in this matter, and all sorts of things could happen. Plus, unscrupulous private individuals will probably want to jump in on it, and they want to make contact with intelligent life and for their own private gain. And, the aliens are not going to know who these humans are. and they can get all sorts of signals from entrepreneurs trying to make a quick buck out of being the first to make contact, make a dialogue with these aliens from outer space.
No, a dialogue is a little difficult, considering the distance is probably involved.
Well, you never know. If they come, if they want to come visit us, if they know where we are. Oh, by the way, the other thing is, I don't think that we should advertise our presence to them until we know their intentions.
Oh, excellent.
Chances are they are carnivorous. Predators are smarter than prey. Foxes are smarter than rabbits. Rabbits are not too smart. All they have to do is know how to run. But predators, tigers, lions, cats, foxes, are all smarter than prey. And chances are intelligent life in outer space descend from predators, just like us. Our eyes are to the front, right?
Really? You don't imagine that a race of beings millions of years ahead of us would have evolved into peaceful, benevolent, technology-sharing folk?
There's a good chance that they have, but, it's not 100%. And, well, first of all, they're not going to want to eat us because our DNA is going to be totally different from their DNA.
Besides, it's too far to travel for food. I don't imagine that either.
Yeah, and they're not going to come looking for natural resources like in the movies because there are plenty of uninhabited planets where there are no natives, where they have plenty of raw materials. So they're not going to want to plunder us for natural resources. There are plenty of uninhabited planets.
So what evil intent do you imagine possible?
I think they might come out of curiosity. However, as I said before, we don't know their intentions. They will have been descended from predators because predators are smarter than prey. And we shouldn't take the chance because, there's only one Earth. So we shouldn't take the chance. So I think we should listen. And I think Carl Sagan and others who sent a disk containing our location with respect to the quasars in outer space, advertising our existence to alien life forms, is premature. I don't think we should do that at all.
Even our DNA, I think, was involved.
Well, what they did was they had this disk that was sent in space, triangulating the location of the planet Earth with regards to the distant quasars in outer space, giving pictures of what we look like, giving scenes of the planet Earth. Today, of course, that disk would be considered, barbarically primitive, but it's enough for aliens to get a pretty good sense of who we are. And I think that it's premature to advertise our existence.
Okay, if we received a signal, in all likelihood, I doubt that it would be incidental transmissions. I would imagine it would be an intended transmission. And that's just me saying that, but I would think an intended transmission would have a far better chance of making it here and being deciphered than would just incidental television, microwave, and what have you. Wouldn't you imagine that?
Well, it's hard to say. We do have the second law of thermodynamics, which says that anytime you have, energy being produced in a certain place, you have energy loss, meaning that energy will seep out. You cannot hide your presence.
Right.
According to the laws of thermodynamics, you always create waste heat, so that there will be waste electromagnetic, waste radiation coming from a planet, no matter how they try to keep their presence a secret. It will broadcast. And, that's what the SETI people are hoping. They're hoping that it's going to be in the hydrogen frequencies, because that's the only frequencies that they look at right now. But if that
by the way, is that going to change with this new setup, with the new...
No, that's why I still give it a few percent, in the sense that there are a lot of frequencies out there, and there are a lot of ways to massage frequencies. You can split up speed frequencies. You can transform these frequencies. Even your email is compressed and is transformed when your email is sent. So there's a good chance that their transmissions will also be compressed and transformed. So it's not going to be simple. It's not going to be just the hydrogen.